This is Amy with the Lucky Hound, and today I'm going to show you how to set smaller crystals into Biothane. The size of crystals I will be using is the SS20, and I will be using the 1/4 inch rim settings. And these can be a little tricky, but the first thing I found that you want to do is you want to mark it slightly with the dye. So you just lightly tap it onto the Biothane and it will leave a little slight impression. I don't know if you'd be able to see it with the camera, but it made a slight impression. That helps me for guidance. And the reason I say it helps me for guidance, I know where to place the crystal at. But before I place the crystal, I'm going to put the rim setting in. And this can be a little tricky because it doesn't always fit snug in here. You want it to fit snug and you want even pressure as you set it or you will have issues. So what I found, I slightly pull out the legs on the rim setting. And let's see if we have a tight fit. Oh yeah, it's going in there tightly. So when you put that in there, first you want to make sure it has a tight fitting and you want to make sure it's all the way to the top. So make sure you press that rim setting all the way in. And next, since I made a little not hole, I don't know why I want to say hole, I made a little slightly punched mark onto the Biothane. I know approximately where to set it. And I found with setting these smaller crystals, you want to make sure, you don't want to put it in the center of the imprint of the circular spot made by the setter. You want to put it slightly towards the back. I'm not sure why this works, but it always does a better job when I place it slightly towards the back. And the pressure is important too. You want to slowly bring the two pieces together and a little pressure on the handle to punch it through. Once you feel it punching through, kind of lift it up and make sure it's going down there evenly. And again, you want to do this slowly. Don't get in a hurry, and you just press it all the way down. And then it's set nicely. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you don't have the pressure right and you don't have the legs tight. Sometimes you can get lucky and it will set correctly with this. But I did not mark the Biothane. I'm just going to loosely set the crystal on there, not paying attention where I set it, and then I'm just going to do it real fast. Well, see, that worked perfect, but it always doesn't. Now let's try that again. I'm trying to see if I can come up with issues a lot of you all are having. I'm not even going to. Now see, I didn't make the legs tight. It just fell right out. You don't want that. But since I'm trying to make this go in incorrectly, it's when it won't, you know. Okay, let's just try to set it. Now I'm going to make sure it's evenly and not towards the back. And then I'm going to, no, it's a little off, but I still think this one's going to go right. Yeah, it went right too. But I have the most issues when I don't take my time. The pressure's off. You want to do a slight pressure, a consistent pressure, and once you feel it punching through the Biothane, you want to pull back, make sure that it's going in correctly, and then you slowly put the pressure back on. And when I say pressure, you just kind of have to learn that. I know the feel. I did so many, I just know the feel. You will get the feel of it. Sometimes you will have one that just does not want to go in. And if this happens, again, you marked it. And what I'll do is I'll take this little handy tool and I'll make cuts on the line. When I make those cuts, I don't go straight down. I'll angle the cut inward. And the reason I angle the cut inward is so that it will not show. Let's see, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Inward, and then you just cut towards inward. When you do inward, you're less likely to have the slits show. And then you can, well, this is harder for me to do by hand, but you find the hole and you punch that rim set through. Sometimes I just press down like that. And then I'll back it out after I get it punched down. I'll take my awl and I'll just lift it up. And then I'll take my crystal and I'll push it under. You can also finish it off with this. It should set evenly. Or the other way is to take these little flat nose pliers, which if you're going to be setting crystals, you really need one of these. You'll need this awl and you'll need a cutter. And what I'll do is I'll put this together and then I'll push down on the rim set leg, pushing it over, and I'll do that on the other side. Push down, push over, and then I'll tighten it with the die. Like I said, it just takes practice. It took me lots of practice. I mean, I could not set them evenly for a while. And another trick is if they're not evenly, you can take the flat nose pliers and you can force the crystal over. Like if it's lopsided, you want it to go even, so you try to even it out with this. And then you can, again, you can take this once it's even and punch the crystal rim set into the crystal. Thank you for watching The Lucky Hound. And we will show more about setting gemstones in our next video. You can always check us out on theluckyhound.com if you need any supplies or Biothane, or just send us an email and we'll be happy to answer your questions.